Guys, make sure you're following us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
It massively helps us out. Enjoy the episode.
You know what? Speaking of, so weirdly enough, I was in New York with hashtag actually.
Yeah.
And we went to the, there's like a driving range on like Pier 45, or like there's one of those driving ranges you head it out into
the sea.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, it's not out. It's not out, but you overlook it.
Like the Greenwich one.
Yeah, basically like that. And we're just queuing up paying, and I look over and I go, that's bloody Perlo.
No.
that's Perlo. He was when he played for New York.
New York, sorry.
Yeah. I was like, oh my, because I don't really like get nervous when I meet certain players unless they're like Thierry Henry. I got super nervous.
Yeah, top.
And I saw Perlo, and I just start like, oh my god, I'm like freaking out. I'm actual freaking out.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do I do?
It's like Matrix level, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, is this?
And I was like, lads, I have to go speak to him. Like, I can't not. Like, he's just on his own hitting some golf balls.
He's so cool as well.
He is, like, did you get a picture?
I got a picture. I went up and got a picture.
Are we going to put the picture on screen now?
We'll find. That's what I'm trying to find now. But to top it off, Spencer.
Yeah.
So like a year later, Spencer's doing some World Cup tour, like with the World Cup, and he's interviewing Perlo. And maybe it was 6 months after. It was quite recently after I've met Perlo, and he goes, "Oh yeah, you met one of our players, Theo Baker, at the driving range in New York." And Perlo goes, "Yeah, I remember him. He's a very, very good player." And part of me is like, Spencer, you definitely told him to say that. But he's adamant, like, no, he legit remembered.
Yeah,
I was
decent.
like,
That's
my
very
days.
Yeah, I like
as
that.
if that's happened.
Yeah, there's like some footballers, they're just like so old school and just their aura is just cool.
Yeah.
Just really cool guy.
He is
Hollett was the same.
See Henry at football yesterday with his old Arsenal top, and he looked cool as you like.
Sitting next to
I know,
Spotify
guy.
owner.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Good_gravy05 says, what is it like playing under Alex Ferguson?
Yeah, it was good.
That's actually what I was going to ask.
It was mad scary, honestly.
Was it?
Like, I think because like I was so much younger in my career, like I just wasn't, like at that moment in time, I just wasn't ready to be at Man United or play for Man United. I just didn't know how to deal with it, all the expectation, the pressure, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, like the very first hairdryer I got, like, mate, it knocked.
Do you remember what he said?
Oh, yeah, it was brutal. It was after the Man City 4-3 derby.
Okay.
You remember the one where Michael Owen scored a last?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I'm the goalie for that, and I mess up on like 2 or 3 or 4 of the 3.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm all over the shop, right? Anyway, and he's just gone off on one, and at the end of it, he's going, that's you out the team for a while. But the goalie, like Edwin, I think he broke his hand or something, and he wasn't back fit for another couple of weeks. So like after that, I was like, he had to call me in his office actually, and to be fair, he was wicked. He was like, listen, I'm really sorry after games.
Oh really?
Especially like a derby.
Yeah.
He's like, I just get so, you know what I mean? And we had Stoke the very next week, and at that time it was Tony Pulis, and it was like area balls, and I'm thinking, oh fucking hell, I don't need to play this game now. But thankfully he was like, listen, no, I'm really sorry you're playing, don't worry about it, blah blah blah. Which kind of put me at ease a little bit, to be fair. And I think we went and won 1-0 or 2-0 or whatever anyway. So no, it was brutal though, mate. He goes.
I never would have thought he would have like not taken back his outburst, but like
sort of apologised.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he apologised.
That's why he's seen as like a bit of a father figure to footballers as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's like firm but fair.
He made me leave that room feeling $1 million, though. I know that anyway. Yeah. Which is, again, no matter how you do it, whichever way you do it, he's obviously very good at doing that.
Yeah.
And that's
well, that actually sort of leads on to the next one. He comes in from Ollie, 28. Do you get nervous before games still because of the pressure of winning for the clubs and fans?
No, not anymore. No, I don't, because I just know I'm doing my best I can. And that's all I care about. As long as I've done the best I can, I've trained hard all week, I've done it properly, I prepared properly. Like I say, I looked at all the little details, the little penalties, free kicks, set pieces, who I'm coming up against, what they might possibly do. As long as I've ticked all them boxes, when the game kicks off, I just let it take care of itself. It's autopilot. Like they say, the game's the easy bit for goalkeepers. Yeah. And I've learned, like, it's just an experience thing for sure, but the more you do it, the more you play, the more you get used to where you are. And like I say, I'm not trying to make it, even if I cock up the worst cock up you've ever seen, it is what it is. Yeah. It is what it is.
Do you know hashtag Jacko?
Yeah.
So I
don't know him, but I know he is.
He's actually just
he's
sent
a sicko. He's an animal.
He sent me a message. He goes, when's he coming for my shirt, the Rad?
There you go. See, I said this a while ago, right?
Hashtag
so
transfer.
I said, like, yeah, I'm definitely going to come and play for it. And straight away he was like, hang on a minute, I'm the goalie. What you on about? Like,
do you reckon you'd have him?
No chance, man. I'm a lover anyway, mate. I ain't a fighter.
But that's another example. He's 41.
Yeah, doing
42.
it still.
And
Keepers are immune, mate.
Yeah,
they don't
mate,
age.
keep going.
I don't know. I don't know how.
Do some predictions?
I'm 25.
I'll go on the bench for him for a bit. That'll be banter.
Oh,
we could do like a proper vlog where like Spencer's naming the team and I'm sitting there buzzing and then he goes Jacko in goal and I'm going fuck off.
That's a good one.
Go one last one from Clark
sure.
Toby.
I didn't know we were doing the names, but
they're
going to love that.
It's nice, you got to name the name.
Clark, Toby.
Well, you missed the first three then. If you're going to go back and do them.
Okay.
Ollie got a mention.
I got Ollie 28. What's the worst injury you've ever seen or had?
Ooh.
The worst injury I've ever seen in football was probably it was a few years ago. Solomon Rondon on Seamus Coleman away at Everton.
Ooh.
He did that one of those double fracture things, and it was a complete accident. I mean, complete friggin' accident kind of thing.
Solomon. They play together.
Yeah, Solomon's a gentle giant. Honestly, he's a sicko on the pitch. But he would never ever try and go and hurt somebody properly like that. And it was just how he landed, how he fell, and like it was horrible. And straight away it was one of those where even though I'm a fair bit away from it, I've gone up and I don't want to see, but it's like, you know what I mean, I can see a bit of something.
Yeah.
It just weren't nice, and the way the lads' reactions as well, it was absolutely horrible.
I suppose as a footballer you never really like want to look at that.
Yeah, you don't. And like, to be fair, like it was what it was, and even Seamus Coleman was like, listen, it's an accident, it's complete, it is one of those sort of things.
It's fine. Falling off.
How's it feeling? I'm fine. Gonna make banging content.
How does it look? No, really good, mate. Really good.
I think that's the worst one I've seen. The worst one I've had was it's a bone in your foot. It's called the navicular bone. It's like a big weight bearing bone. And I broke that before. I did it. It was funny enough I say that. Actually. I was away at Everton, and it was the second game of the season. I've gone to run. That's all I've done. Nobody near me. Yeah. I've gone to run to the edge of my box to get a ball through. And as I've pushed off, I just felt a click.
Oh.
I was like, what on earth is that? Yeah. So anyway, I get the ball. I stood there, and I remember just trying to put some weight from my foot, thinking, what on earth is that? And then literally within seconds, I had to just go, nah, I can't. I remember chucking the ball out, sat down. And then they tried to get me back on my feet. Mate, there was I couldn't even put an ounce of pressure through it. And basically what it's done is the navicular bone is broken in half, clean break. But because it's such a weight... Sorry. Because it's such a weight-bearing bone, it's essential that it heals. It has to heal or else you're buggered. So they have to put a pin through it. But for 2 months, you can't weight bear at all. So like say I'm sat here now, I can't just like rest my foot on the floor.
I have it in a boot.
It's in a full plaster cast.
Really?
Full plaster cast. So you have to if you're sitting down, you can't sit down. You have to sort of sit down.
Yeah.
So if you're sitting down having dinner, I have to have a chair there. And it's sitting on a cushion there, resting.
That's such a ball ache.
Because you can't have it down there or anything like that. And it was 2 months, and mate, your leg at the end of it, your quads, your hammies, it's just like a chicken leg. It's horrible. Yeah. So the recovery's an absolute nightmare. But 2 months on crutches was just miserable.
It's
honestly,
awful, isn't it?
Miserable.
Some of the worst injuries you get are like just
like out of nowhere.
I tore my sartorius once by turning.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I know.
Because at least like with leg breaks, you putting it casted.
Mate, leg breaks nowadays aren't even that bad. Honestly, leg breaks aren't bad. You know, you can get back from a leg break in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And they're pretty straight, unless you do a bad one. Like, they're fairly straightforward, to be fair.
It's actually probably more beneficial to snap it clean.
Break it, I know. Because
it comes back stronger.
It does heal back stronger. The scar tissue and the bone form around it.
I was out for a year with my knee injury. But like that was all ligaments and
but that's what I'm saying. Ligaments and tendons.
No, ligaments are horrible.
I think crutches 3 months. I think.
Yeah.
Went to Zante the day after I did it.
Oof.
Great decision.
Bad mistake.
I'd say that probably added to it, mate.
And our first night I go out without my crutches.
Just drunk off your head. It's not actually that bad, you know, boys.
Honestly, I think that's what put me out for the year.
Is it massive, swollen like you want to believe?
It's outrageous.